Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett. The drive will start with an option going left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down.
Let's go!
From the gun, here's Brissett. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. On third down, Brissett, and that is incomplete. Coming in carrying the losing streak, not the start that they were looking for. 3 and out on the opening drive.
So now everyone's looking at each other. And what I mean by that is who's going to make the right play? Who's going to get us out of the doldrums? Who's going to get us out of this funk that they're in right now? They've got to find someone who will make a play, create a play, and get their confidence moving in the right direction.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3". The first carry now. This is Johnson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Looking to throw. David. And incomplete on the deep ball. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the gun, David. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Throwing again. David. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Throwing on 1st down. David, and this is incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. To throw again. David. They find some open field here. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Fresh set of downs here. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week, 12 carries, 56 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
On 2nd down, Johnson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Let's go! Green, 39!
On 3rd down, David. And he fires one, but incomplete. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and in throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Brissett. Throw left side, complete. That's Rodgers. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
2nd down following the run. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Brissett. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
On is the punter, Ryan, to send this one away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Throwing to start the drive. Davis. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
A first down carry here for Johnson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a 2nd guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Back to throw. David. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Green 39! Green 39!
Off the play fake. David. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is, you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Second down following the incompletion. Now they'll run on the draw. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go!
Here's Brissett. Caught right side. It's Lewis. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Brissett to throw on first. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Here we go!
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. Room here to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go!
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 2 yards on that play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go! 38!
To throw is Brissett. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Ziggy Ansah in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's John Ryan now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
A Again, it's Johnson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Looking to throw. David. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Down right around the 25. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They go to Johnson again. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Back to throw. David. A bullet throw, but incomplete. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Operating from the gun. David. And that is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Brissett on first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Brissett now on 2nd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Brissett. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. A good pick up there, 22. Looking to throw. David. He finds Ross. Right side. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. Back to throw. David. And some room to work. And he'll be brought down at the 21. Just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, David. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. To throw on 2nd down. David firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 1st down, David dumping it off for Johnson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Looking to throw on 2nd down. David to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They come out here in the eye. Both the run and pass still in play here on 3rd and goal from the 3. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And hello, he's going to be knocked backward as he'll be marked down. They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA halftime report. Both the Cowboys and the Saints haven't figured out yet how they're going to move the ball through the air. The defenses on both sides have kept points off the board, and it will be interesting to see if they can keep that up. All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights. Go too early in the first. There's going to be a fumble here. Cowboys end up picking up the ball and scoring. Saints on 2nd and 7. Tight coverage here, but the completion is made, and he ends up at the 24-yard line before he stopped on the play. Offense on the field now after the pick. Ansah's going to take down the QB here. This ends up as a loss of 7. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Green 39! Green 39!
From the gun, David. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll lead here to a third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
To throw on third down, David. Hard throw, incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. It's taken to the 26. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Second down now after the incompletion.
Let's go.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On 1st and 10, Brissett. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Let's go. 38.
Collins running it from the pistol. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd down and 12.
Let's go. 38.
Now Brissett. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's John Ryan now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing to start the drive, David. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing on first down. David. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. This is Johnson. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, there was no blitz. That was just a draw play that, to be frank, didn't fool anybody.
Did we hear the entire stadium screaming draw? Because it felt like everybody was all over that play, and the defense won that battle.
To throw on second down. David. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Saints on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. First throw now for the backup Kessler. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Bailey now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are you going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And that was a nice play by the defense. And it is tough to be an offensive lineman nowadays, especially if you're dealing with how the defensive tackles have evolved. Their quickness, their agility, their speed has changed the big guys in the middle, the center, and the offensive guards. Formerly, they were just power players. Now they have to be light on their feet as well to keep up with the speed of the defensive players.
Second down, Brissett. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down.
I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down sticks. Don't let anyone pass that. Didn't matter whether they threw it or ran it. They just ended up rallying to the football on the running play and stopped them short of a first down.
Here's John Ryan now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, first and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Kessler now on first down. That one complete to Yeldon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down and 4. From the gun, it's Kessler. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does. And we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
The busy night continues for Johnson, and he's going to be run over, hit hard, as he'll be marked down at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
Looking to pass, Kessler. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows that throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now it's Kessler. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Rodgers. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. Throwing, Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that play certainly felt like what I call a tendency breaker. 1st and 10, they dial up a draw play. That's not a normal situation, but give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and really finished off the play.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Come on, let's go.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Brissett. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, we're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's a 2nd down.
Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Kessler. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now. Boom, let's go.
A 1st down throw for Kessler. Underneath for Johnson. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. The play fake. Kessler. And he rifles one incomplete. The Saints on third down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. Here it's 3rd and 2.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The Saints on third down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 7. And again, they'll throw with Kessler. And hauled in by Gathers. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Now let's go. 3-19.
From midfield, here's Kessler. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
They stare up now at a 3rd and long. Kessler and company needing something big after the sack.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Shotgun snap, Kessler. And he's got some space here. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Set. Green 39. Green.
Here we go with Johnson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Gun, Kessler. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
They'll look to throw. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete as well. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you talk about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up, you can't be stopped, your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 28. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Now Brissett. And that is incomplete. Here's John Ryan now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Him over. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Cody Kessler trotting back onto the field. And this is a spot where you can learn a lot about a young quarterback.
And that's why they brought him into the organization. Because you don't just bring them in strictly for their talents. You think that they have that something special in them that will allow them to function in these types of situations. Now it's time for them to be clinical and not emotional. You know your play sequence. You know what has to get.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints move back within a couple of the lead.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
Yeah, they would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that 2-point conversion. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Here's Brissett. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face a third down. To throw is Brissett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The protection really holding up that time. That's what you want in the 2-minute drill, but the coverage equally as good.
Yeah, I'd say it was protection both sides, right? Get it for the quarterback, make sure he had time to throw the football, and he did. Plenty of time, but nowhere to go with it downfield. So the coverage, as you noted, terrific.
Here's John Ryan now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Johnson, it's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
They give to Johnson going right. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Working from the gun, Kessler. He is going to find Hill here. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. He did not have a catch till that moment. It's a pretty good time for his first one, though, here in OT.
I would agree with that. And just think about how they had to cycle through all the play sheets, right? Tried to find ways to get a lot of people the football. In this case, as you said, he hadn't had a catch all game. Now they find him in a key moment. Really well done. But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
As a DN, when you play the run, you don't always have to make the tackle. Just have to use the right technique to make sure the play goes where you want it to. And in this case, did an excellent job stringing this one out and making the tackle at the end of it.
And for a loss. On 3rd down, Kessler. And he's got room. And he slides to avoid the hit. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it 2nd down. Throw it with Kessler. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw, Kessler. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you...
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Ezekiel Ansah in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On the give, this is their fullback. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
Here we go. 38.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. The Saints say they have it, and they do. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Saints, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's now 14 games without a win, with time running out to try and get one. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.